Appropriations Act. A copy of the list of Valenzuela and Marinduque projects is here to attach to this affidavit as Annex A. Annex A. When I gave him the list and in relation to the commitment, I asked him, "Boss, paano to?" Maynard replied, "Bahala ka na." I asked, "Boss, okay na ba ang 20%? Maynard said, "Okay." After inclusion of the projects in the GAA, I delivered 20% of approximately 800 million or about 160 million to Maynard Ngu, which was meant for Senator Escudero. Finally, I would like to add that deliveries of cash were personally made to me, by me, to Maynard Ngu at his office in Manila. I confirm that Commissioner Lipana requested that he be referred to officers of DPW's Bulacan 1st DEO. I referred to him to Engineer Bryce Hernandez. I have no personal knowledge if they were able to secure a project in Bulacan 1st DEO. Furthermore, and subject to possible referral to an executive session upon the approval of the Honorable Chairman, I attest to the broader systemic issues in DPWs that are widespread. My statements hereunder are based on personal knowledge and direct interactions with the personalities involved with great risk to my safety and that of my family members. I confirm the following. Yusek Trigib Olaybar of DepEd. Yusek Trigib Olaybar used to work for Senator Ramon Bong Revilla and Senator Sani Angara before his appointment as Yusek for the Department of Education. Sometime 2010, I met for the first time Yusek Olaybar, who was then working in the office of Senator Bong Revilla. Later, I learned that he transferred to the office of Senator Edgardo Angara and then later to Senator Sani Angara. Sometime 2024, Yusek Olaybar personally called me for a meeting to discuss about unprogrammed appropriations, supposedly for the office of the Executive Secretary. In the said meeting, he requested me to submit a list of projects. After the meeting, I asked Bulacan 1st DEO to prepare a list of projects for funding. Thereafter, Engineer Alcantara submitted a list of projects worth 2.85 billion. Here to attach as Annex B is a list of those projects. Subsequently, I submitted this list to Yusek Olaybar. Yusek Olaybar told me that the commitment is 15%. In his words, "Boss, 15 yan." Thereafter, the DPWs received a special allowance for 2.85 billion for the projects listed in Annex B. Engineer Alcantara, from time to time, would collect and deliver the agreed 15% commitment to me, which I delivered or caused to be delivered to Yusek Olaybar in Magallanes, Makati, and other places. Senator Ramon Bong Revilla. Sometime in the year 2024, Senator Revilla and I met where I gave him a list of projects given to me by Engineer Alcantara. Senator Revilla asked for a commitment, which I suggested. Then he approved at 25% of the total amount of the projects indicated in the list here to attach as Annex C. I relayed the 25% commitment to Engineer Alcantara and told him that Senator Revilla will appreciate additional contributions for his senatorial re-election bid. Engineer Alcantara collected the 25% commitment, or about 125 million, which was turned over to me and then delivered to Senator Revilla in his house in Cavite. Senator Nancy Binay. Sometime in the year 2024, Carlin Villa, a staff of trusted confidant of Senator Binay, called me and asked for a commitment which was set at 15% of the total amount of the projects indicated in the list here to attach as Annex D. 15% commitment to Engineer Alcantara. Engineer Alcantara collected 15% commitment, or about 37 million, which was turned over to me and which I then delivered to Senator Binay at a house in Quezon City. Given the complexities of the transactions and personalities involved, I humbly reserve the right to submit a supplementary affidavit if warranted, in the premises. I attest to the truth of the foregoing statements based on my personal knowledge and authentic records. In witness or hope, I will be affixing my signature this day of September 2025 here. Mr. Chair.
Yeah, kindly sign your affidavit.
Ayan mga kababayan, sabit dito sa mga pagnanakaw na naman. Kababayan, may bagong senator. At isa yung former senator na si Ramon Bong Revilla. At itong si Nancy Binay, mga kababayan, kasabit sa pagnanakaw, mga kababayan, ng ating mga pera. Nako, mahiya naman kayo. Kayong mga naluklok sa pesto na nakaupo lang dyan na nagpapakasarap. Itong mga pera namin na napupunta dapat sa mga flood control project ay binubulsa nyo at nagpapakasarap kayo sa pera namin. Nako, mahiya naman kayo. Kaya kayo.
For the record, you signed the same affidavit that you read, no?
Yes po,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chair.
Maraming salamat, Yusek. Secretary Remulla is recognized.
Your Honor, after hearing his affidavit and his willingness to disclose all other details about the transactions that happened under his watch, may I respectfully ask the committee to allow the DOJ to have an evaluation of Mr. Bernardo immediately. This matter has to be done because of the gravity of the situation and the fact that we may have to really work overtime on legal matters that are needed or necessary legal matters so that we can preserve the monies and other things that are involved in this discussion.
Thank you, Secretary Remulla. Will you be open to answer some questions addressed to the Secretary of Justice before you leave? Just like the last time? No, not to Yusek Bernardo, but to the Secretary for some clarificatory questions. I mean, to the Secretary of the OJ, not to the affiant. Because you have to bring him back after lunch, no? Not to you, but Secretary Remulla, will
Yes,
you
po.
be willing to, not Yusek Bernardo, I'm referring my question to Secretary Remulla, if you're willing to accommodate just a few questions from the members, if they're...
Yes, Your Honor. Of
Okay.
course, Your Honor.
So we'll start with whoever. Senator Erwin Tulfo is first on the list, kindly. But kindly limit your questions to, in the meantime, no, to Secretary Remulla. Mamaya na lang yung kay Undersecretary Bernardo. Meron. Anybody? You have some questions?
The same naman lang rin, Mr. Chair, na pag alis ni Secretary Remulla, alis din si Bernardo, baka pwedeng magtanong na kay Bernardo.
Hindi. Ang kasundan natin, pagbalik na lang, kasi hahaba eh. And they have work to do, so we are accommodating them in the same manner that we accommodated Alcantara, Engineer Alcantara, to be brought immediately to the DOJ for evaluation, for some procedure. Then after that, we can have all the time in the world. Maski hanggang madaling araw, kung gusto mong tanongin si Yusek Bernardo,
O sir, pero
you can.
ito, for the benefit of general questions
Hindi na,
na sana.
we're just
dahil-
postponing. We're not rejecting your request to propound questions.
Isa kasi sa akin kasi, sir, pag sabi niya ngayon dito, diretso kaagad file ng kaso sa DOJ without
Hindi, no,
us
no, no,
giving the benefit na makapagtanong man lang kung
Sige. Sen.
No, I think the thing is that the Department of Justice, as much as possible, would like to evaluate first. They will not file any cases against anyone.
but subsequently, filing of cases will follow. Kung sana naman bago siya makonsider doon, dito muna sa atin. Dahil sa atin niya nilahad yung statement niya, so hindi naman niya nilahad sa DOJ, sa atin muna. So sana makapagtanong tayo bago natin turn over sa DOJ for their consideration.
Mr. Chair, I think the point...
Hearing is suspended.
eto mga kababayan, etong si Senator Boto may ganado, may tatanong sana sa hearing kaso tinabla ni Senator Tuta Soto at ni Senator Ping Lacson na eto na suspend muna yung hearing natin mga kababayan. Eto mga kababayan, panoorin na naman natin tong sabuatan ng dalawang senator na to na si Senator Marcoleta at si Ping Lacson na suspend na naman yung hearing dahil sa sabuatan ng dalawa. Ay, Diyos ko po mga kababayan.
There are no senators who wish to propound questions. I think you can, to the
Sir-
DOJ Secretary.
Short
Yes,
lang for
Senator.
DOJ.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Secretary Remulla, sir,
Yes, sir.
can we confirm from you, so far sa itong tinatakbo ng investigasyon natin, kung ilan na yung na-admit ninyo sa Witness Protection Program from our resource persons? Kung meron na ba?
Sir, under the Witness Protection Program, dalawang klase ng testigo po. One is a protected witness, people who testify in proceedings. If they request assistance from the DOJ in applying for the program, we give them a protected witness status, which means bibigyan na ho namin sila ng security at yung mga ibang benefits pwede na makuha. Ang pagkakaiba lang, pag sinabi hong state witness, ibang procedure rin po yun. Kaya yung po yung ina-evaluate ngayon, sa dami po ng transaksyon na nandito, inaayos po namin, tinitingnan ho namin kung paano ho, ano talagang krimen, saan kami magko-concentrate. At kung kaninong testimony po pinakamahalaga under the Witness Protection Act. Yun po, kailangan po makita namin kanino talaga ang necessary para makakuha kami ng conviction later on. Yun po lang ho ang ano dito.
Sir, so far, the level of protection that is being provided to the Diskaya, to Bryce Hernandez, sa ngayon ay sa amin pa lang yan sa Senado?
Yes, sir.
Wala pa.
Sir, I just wrote a letter to the Senate President. I don't know if it was sent here yesterday. Ito po yung informing the senators that we have provisionally accepted them to the program. Tapos i-evaluate namin sila as state witnesses, pero bibigyan na ho sila ng security mula po sa sulat na to ay matanggap na Senado. Since they're still under itong tatlong taong ito, si Bryce Hernandez, JP Mendoza, and Henry Alcantara, ay nasa custody po ng Senate at naka-contempt, hindi po namin sila binibigyan pa ng security. Pero ini-inform po namin kayo na bibigyan na namin ng security. And then we have to process also Mr. Diskaya again tomorrow. Mahabang proseso ho ito kasi ang dami hong transaksyon, tsaka dapat alam po natin ang direksyon kung saan po papunta ang mga demanda.
Thank you, Secretary Remulla. Mr. Chair, okay na ako. Thank you.
Chair, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Senator Marcoleta.
I just want to make a record that when I approached the Secretary of Justice together with Engineer Bernardo, both of them committed that Engineer Bernardo will go to the DOJ accompanied by the DOJ Secretary for the purpose of filing the appropriate charges only. And Engineer Bernardo will not in any way add or alter the affidavit that he presented before us. Meaning to say, no additions, no subtractions, walang alterations. Whatever copy that he distributed to this committee will be just that.
That is correct.
Thank
At
you,
saka
Mr. Chair.
recorded naman po, nasa transcript, nasa YouTube, nasaan pa.
Yes, sir.
Kaya
Kasi po,
kung mag-alter siya, he will be liable for perjury.
Hindi po, no supplement, no nothing. Kasi
No,
po yung
he
iba, pagdating dito, nagsusupplement. Ang sabi niya, wala na po akong idadagdag. Yun lang po.
Meron siya sa statement niya na I humbly reserve the right to submit a supplementary affidavit
Yun nga
if
po
warranted.
Kaya po
in the
sinabi ko sa
premises.
kanya, meron ka rito, magdadagdag. Kasi dapat sana alam natin because he presented himself before this committee, but whatever he does outside this committee, wala tayong kinalaman. Hindi na po natin nalalaman kung ano mangyayari. I mean, for purposes of transparency, Mr. President,
You're saying
Mr. Chair,
that, just
kaya
in
po
case-
pumapayag na kami na dadil. Paano yung supplemental? Hindi na po natin malalaman. There will be no guidelines.
Dito rin po yung
dito rin
supplemental.
gagawin yung supplemental.
Hindi nga po natin malalaman eh. We will not be guided. Ano ba sasabihin niya? Why not before us?
Hearing is suspended. Resolve.
Mga kababayan, ang galing talaga nitong si Senator Marcoleta. No? Mukhang nakadami yata to ng hopya. Kaya yung mga tanong niya, kapapa-suspend tuloy yung hearing dahil nga hindi makasagot tong si Senator Tuta Soto at si Senator Ping Lacson, mga kababayan. Ito mga kababayan, na-suspend na naman yung hearing. Titignan po natin yung continuation after this one. Mga kababayan, salamat po sa panonood at huwag po natin kalimutan i-share, like at subscribe ang ating mga videos. At nang sa ganun, napapanood dito ng ating mga kababayan dito sa Pilipinas at sa iba't ibang panig ng ating mundo. Maraming salamat po mga kababayan. News that matters at huwag po magsasawang abangan ang mga susunod na videos natin mga kababayan. Salamat. God bless.